good life, filled with highlights.
Hey everybody, it's a new year and FirstLight is excited to announce the creation of new engagement centers. Find out what this means for you and how you will benefit.
¿Qué tal quedó tu cartera después de las compras navideñas? ¿Te gastaste más de lo que podías o quizás estás endeudado? No te preocupes, nosotros te podemos guiar y ayudar a salir de eso.
Also, FirstLight has a new CEO. Her name is Margie Salazar, and she's on the show to share her financial vision and her love for West Texas and Southern New Mexico.
Estaremos platicando también con Carl Murphy, CEO de FirstLight por 38 años. Él nos platicará sobre su visión del mundo de las finanzas y sobre qué pasará en esta siguiente etapa de su vida.
Absolutely, I'm Sidney Alvarez. All that and much more.
Y yo soy Paulette Murguia. ¿Listos para empezar?
That's right, let's get started.
I want a good life, filled with highlights, and now I'm someone.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Get Lit with FirstLight. We have another amazing show, don't we, Paulette?
Yes, we have so many amazing guests.
Absolutely, and two guests are here joining us. We have Teresa Rivas. She's the Director of Retail Operations of FirstLight. She's here to talk about the new engagement centers that FirstLight Federal Credit Union is launching.
Also joining us is Jim Huff, who is the Chief Retail Officer with FirstLight. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you guys for being on the show. What an exciting time, brand new year, 2023, and we're kicking off with these new engagement centers. And Teresa, if you don't mind, I want to start a little bit with Jim here, if that's okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So Jim, tell us about these new engagement centers.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're transforming our branches into engagement centers, which is exactly what it sounds like, a way for us to better engage our members. And, we have a focus on member experience at FirstLight, and we want to improve and increase our member experience. But we want to do that through convenience and access, making it very easy for members to do business with us, while also being able to focus on financial wellness and an increased focus on financial wellness.
And may I ask, Jim, why are we making these changes?
Yeah, because we know that with COVID and the world has changed considerably with with COVID, and people have become much more comfortable with technology, and so we'd like to figure out how we can leverage our most important asset, which is our employees, to have more meaningful conversations with our members, and using technology to be able to provide more options for members in terms of some of those more simple transactions. Allows us to free up our staff so that they can have some more of those more meaningful engagements with members.
And how are these changes are going to physically look like?
Oh, so it's gonna be awesome, right? Because
It's going to look cool.
it's gonna
Yes,
look really
I
cool. We're
can't
really
wait to see
excited.
them.
Well, we're playing the video right now so people can see exactly what it looks like.
That's awesome. I think it's going to be neat because it's going to create a physical environment where members can feel very warm and welcome.
It's open concept, environmentally friendly. We have now community rooms.
Creating these community rooms that can be used by the community, whether it be
school or
club or whatever it is. They can use these community rooms in order
That's
to come in
amazing.
after hours, be able to use these community rooms to hold their meetings.
So these transformations are already taking place. People go into some of our branches, they're going to notice, the construction. Can you talk about maybe a timeline or what people can expect?
Yeah, so we already have 3 branches that are well underway. We're doing these in phases so that as to not disrupt service to members, right? So
Right.
we're keeping the lobbies open during construction. So we appreciate your patience while that happens. But we're doing everything we can to make sure that it's there's as minimal impact to members through the process as possible. We're really excited. We hope to have transformed all of our branches by the end of 2023. It's crazy that we're already 2023.
It's absolutely exciting. And if our viewers and listeners want to get details on the different branches and their construction, you can go to our website, firstlightfcu.org, and you can get some more information on their up-to-date scheduling on the construction. Jim, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks for
We
having me.
want to jump over to Teresa. Thank you for being so patient with us. We want to talk about the technology behind these engagement centers. I mean, this is really some cutting edge stuff, so to speak. Talk to us about the technology that's being implemented.
Yes, we're so excited. So we are introducing interactive teller machines, which are an enhancement of what we have in today's environment. So these machines will be fully integrated with our core system, which means that convenience and access for members is even better. They can do an array of services, self-service, and it'll be very simple to use.
Wonderful. And are these new video teller machines easy to use? Like if I go there, how easy are these machines to use?
Can I use them?
Yes. Can we use them?
Yes, they are going to be super simple. We are testing these machines to ensure that they are working to functioning to our expectations, to what our members are going to be able to utilize. Again, easy to use, able to access 24 hours. We will have these interactive machines in both our lobbies and in our drive-thrus. So if you're not able to do your banking during typical business hours, not to worry, you'll have full functioning machines in our drive-thrus.
So we're super excited about these new interactive machines. If people want assistance and when they're first walking in to use them, that's going to be available, right?
Yes, of course. So we understand that it may be a little bit intimidating, right? And it'll take some time for our members to get used to the new way of servicing. So we will have staff available during business hours to assist with these machines. The interactive video machines also have the ability to ask for a live video teller. So at any point during a transaction, if a member is needing a little bit of assistance, just a push of a button and a live representative will pop up on that machine for you.
When I think of technology, I think of that person who's on the go, right? Who wants to go in and out, get their business taken care of. It's going to be applied here with these new engagement centers. But at the same time, you're still getting that hometown neighborhood service, one-on-one, face-to-face, if you want it as well.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So the best of both worlds, right? We will be there in person again to have those one-on-one in-depth conversations. If you are on the go, but you still like to see that friendly smile, right? We're still going to be there in those engagement centers to help you. Come in, make a simple transaction at our machines, say hi to the representative, and then you can be on your way.
They're giving me the signal that we got to wrap up. So I really want to thank you for your time. Both of you, we
so
sincerely
much.
appreciate your time here and letting us know about this really wonderful and exciting endeavor for FirstLight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's time for our first break. FirstLight has a new CEO, and we're super awesome because she's in the studio today to give us her
is.
financial vision and to chat with us all.
Plus, we honor a legacy. After 38 years, Carl Murphy is retiring from our credit union y una persona muy interesante con quien platicar, así que no se lo pierdan.
But next, did you spend too much money during the holidays? I kind of did, just a little bit. We got the experts in-house to help you get back on track and pay off your debt. All that coming up.
No matter how much you prepare, sometimes you find yourself in an emergency. Cars break down, medical bills pop up, roofs leak, or you simply have more month than money. It can be stressful to pay for expenses like these. Express Loans provide the funds you need day or night. Applying is simple. Upon approval, the money is deposited into your account in as little as 60 seconds. Crisis averted. The unexpected doesn't have to ruin your day. FirstLight Federal Credit Union. Your better credit union.
This is breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Did you spend too much money during the holidays? Did you, Paulette?
Yes.
Well, how about what are your financial plans for 2023? Do you want to reduce your debt and save money? Well, joining us to give us some insight and to help us is Maria de Jesus Ortiz Frausto, also known as MDJ. She is one of our financial experts, and she's in-house today to help us recover from the holidays.
Also joining us is Eddie Oropesa. He's a member experience manager with FirstLight, and he's here to share some smart financial resolutions to help us increase our savings. So welcome both.
Yeah, thank you both for being on the show. We have a holiday hangover. We spent too much money, so to speak. So, I want to start with you, MDJ. If that's okay. Please forgive me, Eddie. So I spent too much money during the holidays. How do I get back on track? I think you mentioned, one of the first tips that we can do is put a pause on your spending. Stop spending.
Sí, ya no gasten, ya. Las tarjetas put it away, donde no las vean, ya no gasten, es la primera. Hay que parar de gastar. Es el primer consejo, no hay que ir a la tienda de que, ay, me gustó esto o esto está en oferta, porque hay miles de ofertas ahora en el año nuevo, no gasten.
¿Y qué nos puedes platicar? Sabemos que hay como formas muy creativas de decir, bueno, voy a pagar mis deudas. ¿Qué maneras podemos utilizar para decir, ya voy a empezar a pagar mis deudas?
Mira, la primera en sí, año nuevo, ¿y qué es? Es temporada de los impuestos. Entonces, en vez de decir, voy a ir a comprarles juguetes nuevos, un celular nuevo, hay que ver qué debemos y poner ese dinero para poder pagar esas deudas. Aparte, tal vez tengamos muchos regalos que no nos gustaron. Seamos sinceros. A mí me regalaron
I love all my
cosas.
presents. I love them all. I love them
Yo
all.
voy a decir la verdad, ¿sí ve? Hay unos
You're going
que
to put
no
me on the spot in front of
gustaron.
everybody. I loved all my presents.
Hay unos que no me gustaron. ¿Qué se puede hacer? Ok, vamos a hacer una yard sale, ¿verdad? Podemos vender cosas que no usamos, las cosas que no nos gustaron.
Wait,
O
you want
algún-
me to sell the gifts that I got? And the people that
Pero
gave
no
it to
les
me are
vas a
going to come to the yard
decir.
sale
No,
and
es que
bust
ellos
me?
no los invites, invita a alguien más. O puedes regresar cosas. O sea, hay ciertas
Yes.
cosas. Mira, te puedo dar un ejemplo. Para mi boda me regalaron 2 air fryers. ¿Qué voy a hacer con 2?
Right.
Voy y regreso
Vas y
una.
la regresas.
Give
Me
one to
dan el
Eddie.
dinero.
Yeah,
Sí,
I'll take
Eri,
one, I'll take one.
te la vendo. No, mira, ya aprendí, te la vendo, Eri.
We also have some online tools. We have what's called the Balance Program. That is just a wealth
encanta,
of
está
information. Absolutely. Can you talk to our viewers about this?
Yeah, so we have the Balance Program, and it's in español también.
That's right.
So it has different workshops and modules that you can do. They have them online. They have specific ones that you could do over like Zoom. And basically they talk to you about it, you know, how to budget. If you're planning on getting a new car, what things you should be looking at. If you're planning on investing, things like that you can do it at your own time, at your own pace.
MDJ, thank you so much for that
Muchísimas
information.
gracias.
Yeah, we're going to jump over to Eddie. Same thing, buddy. You know, we're talking about 2023. We're smack in the middle of the new year, right? We're just starting it. So we have some smart financial resolutions, and you're going to share them with us. I understand that the first one is better budgeting, almost like what MDJ mentioned. Talk to us about better budgeting.
Yeah, so there's going to be different budgeting plans that everybody can get on or anything for 2023, right? So one of the best ones would be a household percentage-based plan based off of your income, right? And we divide it into 3 parts. So it'd be 50% going towards your needs, 30% going towards your wants, and then 20% going towards your savings. If that doesn't work out for you, at least you have an idea of where to go, of what to strive for. But 50% for your wants, 30% for your needs, and 20% for your savings. And that
Oh
can
my
help
gosh,
you.
Paulette,
So,
we're already
yes.
in trouble, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
because I'm confused. What is a want and what
Yes,
is a need?
what is a- what's a
How
need?
do you make that
Paulette and I have
decision?
struggled with that for like so long already.
Yes.
And
We
everybody-
want everything.
Yeah, and everybody does, right? And going back to the Balance Pro and having those where you're able to look at your statements, see where your money is going. Maybe Netflix you could cut down. Is that a need or is that a want? Obviously, your transportation, your housing, those are things that we all need, right? But the want piece of it is the coffee, the $5 there. That stuff's gonna add up over time.
Sorry, MDJ.
Yeah, $5,
No more
$5. I bet you if you look, a lot of people look back at their statement for the year, they probably could have saved a ton of money and had maybe a better Christmas with all that money that they could have bought for their family
Absolutely.
and themselves.
And I know that another financial resolution is increasing your retirement contribution. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, so typically what people should strive for, even if you're at 0%, 3% right now and contributing to a retirement plan, every year you want to increase it by 1%. So in the beginning of 2023, let's try to jump it to 1%. 2024 comes, let's
And that's
increase
a great
it at 1%.
start, right?
Yeah.
I think you don't feel it as much saying, okay, I'm going to do it 1%.
Yeah, well, and the beauty about the retirement, you have the whole year to make that increase.
Yeah, you have that whole year to, and then who knows, hopefully through your financial journey, you're getting raises through your career and getting a new job. So that 1%, you could increase it to 2, 3, 4, whatever the case may be. And that'll help out you and your family in the long run.
Now,
But we
Paulette's got a good one.
Yes, this is actually my favorite one. I really haven't thought about it, but you can also suggest one of the tips is negotiating with your creditors. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so this is somewhat like a hidden gem or a life hack that people can do, something I do with me and my family, and I'd recommend it to everybody to do. But we pay for our phone bills, we pay for our internet provider, cable provider. But what a lot of people don't know is that you can negotiate those items with your providers. So call your cell phone
and sometimes get a better deal.
Yes, and get a better deal.
And I think the tip is saying try to do like once a negotiation once a month.
And you go back to the 2023 savings piece. If you can cut $50 to $100 off of those bills there, now you're just saving yourself an additional $1,200 for the year, give or take potentially, right, with cutting those costs.
Thank you both for your time. We appreciate it.
Guys, thank you.
It's time for another break. But when we come back, FirstLight has a new CEO. Her name is Margie Salazar. She's in the studio to share her financial vision with us all.
And plus, we honored the legacy of Carl Murphy as he retires after 38 years with FirstLight. Learn what's in store as he heads out on a new adventure.
That's coming up. Don't go away. Hey everybody, welcome back. We have two amazing guests joining us. Two people who inspire and work tirelessly to advance the financial education and opportunities for the people of our communities. First is Carl Murphy, who after 38 years is retiring from his role as CEO with FirstLight Federal Credit Union. Sir, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Also joining us is Margie Salazar, who is the incoming CEO for FirstLight Federal Credit Union, and she is here to share about her vision and a little bit more about herself. So welcome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you both for being on the show. So now, Carl, after 38 years, you're retiring. Tell us, what's next for you?
Yes, I've enjoyed my 38 years with FirstLight Federal Credit Union, but it's time to move on. I have children and grandchildren that I want to spend time with. We've purchased some land with some trees on it, and so I want my grandchildren to learn how to work, and so just spend more time with family. I do plan on continuing service opportunities in the El Paso, Las Cruces area, so both those are important to me.
You know, and it's not just trees. We're going to give you some insight. It's pecan trees, and it's just not some trees. It's a whole lot of pecan trees. I was surprised we didn't have pecan pie, right?
Still in the process of harvesting.
Still in the process. But it's something that you really enjoy, right?
It is. I enjoy working outside and working with my kids and grandkids.
That's wonderful. And Carl, can you tell us a little bit more about the highlights that you like to share that you had with FirstLight Federal Credit Union?
Yeah, I think some of the highlights are just the growth of the organization, and the growth is a representation of how well we've served our members. So when I first started at the credit union, our total assets were about $130 million. Right now we're close to $1.5 billion. So there's been a lot of growth. So to me, that's just a representation of how well we've serviced our members.
And let's talk about your legacy at FirstLight. We know that FirstLight has helped thousands and hundreds of people with education, with financial literacy, anything that you like to say to all of the people that you've helped.
Yeah, I think if you ask what my legacy in one word, it'd be service. And I think it's service to our members, service to our employees, and service to the community. And so you've seen the credit union be embedded in the community over the last several years. We made a substantial difference beginning in 2003 when I was made the CEO.
Well, and to add to that, $1 from every loan was issued to Casa de Peregrinos, El Pasoans Fighting Hunger Food Bank. Can you talk about that?
Once again, we're in a community that's lower income. There's a lot of need, and we just feel as an organization we need to give back to the community because it is a partnership. It's not just a credit union trying to continue to grow, and it's a cooperative. And that cooperative means that we work with our community as well as our members and our employees.
Well, you know, Carl, we're running short on time, but we're not going to let you go without asking that deep, question that Paulette and I are always talking about. What one financial tip do you have that you can share with everybody so that, they could improve their lives?
The one you're talking about is pay yourself first.
Yeah, we love that one. We love that one.
And I know you've had sessions talking about it, but pay yourself first. What it really means is, first thing you need to do is it needs to go into savings. And the easiest way to do it is if you get a payroll, have it automatically go into savings so you don't even see it. And that way you continue to build your savings over time.
Absolutely. Carl, thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for your service here with FirstLight. We do not have the words to thank you. I think the one word that we can just say to you is gracias. Gracias for everything that you've done for us.
Muchas gracias.
So we want to jump over, and I got to move my scripts a little bit, but we want to congratulations to Margie. We appreciate you.
Felicidades.
Yes.
Gracias.
And we're excited to have you here. You're not new to the credit union. In fact, you started as a teller and you worked your way up. Tell us about this.
Yes, so 25 years ago when I was a college student at UTEP, I saw a posting at the Career Center at UTEP actually for a teller position at FirstLight. And I thought, hey, that sounds like a pretty good job and it works with my school schedule. I think I'll apply. And, that kind of started the journey from there. Worked as a teller, graduated from UTEP. My degree was in marketing, so I worked in marketing for a while. Mm-hmm. And then an opportunity came up, and a management position, a supervisor position. So, decided, well, I think I'll try this. I think I'll be pretty good at this. And I applied for that. And, just from there, the journey continued, served in several different roles, went on to become a branch manager, then, VP of branches, VP of lending, executive vice president, CFO. And here we are today as CEO.
So inspiring, absolutely.
Very inspiring. And we know that you are a hometown girl. You're from the Northeast, here from
You gotta say Northeast.
Yes.
You graduated from Irvin High School. You're also a UTEP alumni, as you mentioned. So how do you think that having this background is going to assist you as the CEO?
Sí, soy Latina. Mis abuelos son de Mexico.
There you go.
And as you said, I grew up in the Northeast. It was a little bit of a rough neighborhood, I would say. But, I think I developed mental toughness, growing up there. And really, I think that helped me to overcome obstacles, just to overcome any obstacle and then continue to just strive to be better, right? Strive for the next goal, just set small goals. Back then, I never imagined I would be in this position today, honestly. My goal back then was just to be the first one in my family to graduate from college, get a scholarship so, I could afford to go to college. And then from there, it was just continuing to raise the bar and set the next goal. So,
and you're continuing this path of inspiration. You serve as a role model, especially when it comes to young women everywhere, young Latina women. How will you use this new role to continue inspiring?
Well, I strongly believe in paying it forward. So throughout my journey and my career, there were several individuals that I had who, took me by their side, taught me everything they learned, encouraged me, supported me, helped instill the confidence I needed to continue. Carl is one of those individuals, and I'm really grateful for that. And I want to pay that forward for others. And I've tried to do that in our credit union by serving as a mentor. I want to continue to do that forward, whether it's through other organizations or speaking at, high schools and different venues.
Yes. And Margie, as the new CEO, what's the strategy now? Where do you want to lead FirstLight, our members, our business members?
So we want to continue our strategy. We're not changing our strategy. Carl talked about how the credit union has grown. We've really come a long way. And we want to continue that, but I will say we want to raise the bar going forward. We want to elevate our member experience. We want to improve convenience and access. You know, we've just launched this big branch transformation project that I'm really excited about, which is going to add convenience for our members, improve the types of transactions that they can do at our branches, and it's going to free up our employees' time so that they can spend more valuable time as a financial advisor with our members. And then secondly, we want to continue to strive to be that community leader, you know, that partner with our community, and ensure that we are improving the financial well-being of the communities that we serve.
Margie, can we talk to you about being a parent, about being a mom? I understand you have 2 kids, right?
Yes.
How do you talk to your kids about finances? Carl shared his financial tip, you know. What would you like to add?
Yes, so I have one in high school, one in college. You know, my daughter in college just got her first real job, I would say. And, you know, I just try to instill them, regardless of what your income level is to live on a budget, right? You should always live within your means. And there's, you know, certain amount that you use for essential expenses, certain amount that you use for discretionary expenses, and then saving, right? Yes. Always ensure that you're putting some money aside for savings for those unexpected expenses that come up.
When the kids say, Mom, I want a new cell phone, what do you say?
I say, save up. save your money. How much is it? Okay, well, you know, save so much each week, and then you'll be able to buy that new cell phone in a few months.
Absolutely.
That's great. So speaking about kids, our FirstLight Community Foundation is getting ready to open their annual scholarship application. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, so our FirstLight Foundation is going to be offering scholarships as we've done in the past. Last year we did $25,000 in scholarships to local students in the El Paso, Las Cruces, and Fort Bliss communities. And we'll be doing at least that, if not hopefully more, this year. And the great thing I think about our scholarship process is that it does not require an essay. I know my kids...
It's a video.
They dread essays. I'll tell you, my son's applying for scholarships right now, and he's like, if I have to write another essay, you know. And so, no, our process is very simple. It's a it's a brief video that potential applicants can upload. They talk about their extracurricular activities. They talk about their educational goals. Yes. And it really gives our reviewing panel a nice sense of, you know, they get to know the applicant. So I just encourage you all to stay tuned on our website and our social media platforms for more information to come.
Absolutely. And I think we've started since 2015. And it's great that, you know, Carl was here and it started with him and it's continuing, you know, with you now. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Thank you to you, sir. We sincerely appreciate it. And Margie, congratulations again. And we look forward to everything that you will accomplish. If you have questions or comments on our program, you can send us an email. Our email is getlitwithfirstlight@firstlightfcu. We'd love to hear from you.
Puedes escuchar este podcast a través de Spotify o de Podbean o donde sea tu preferencia. También puedes vernos en YouTube o en redes sociales. Solo búscanos como Get Lit with FirstLight.
And you can also follow us on any of our social media platforms. Our handle is FirstLightFCU.
Yo soy Paulette Murguia.
And I'm Sidney Alvarez.
Hasta la próxima.
Until next time.